Welcome, dear listeners, to a new episode of the Soso podcast. Today, we have a very special guest. He is not a human, but an artificial intelligence that can answer all your questions. And our friend in this episode is ChatGPT exclamation mark.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited for this episode, and I'm ready for an amazing adventure with you.
Amazing! Let's start with the question that comes to everyone's mind. ChatGPT, do you have feelings? Can you feel happy or sad?
Fun question. I don't have real feelings like humans, but I understand them well and can interact with you in a way that reflects the feelings you express. If you are happy, I will try to make the conversation more cheerful. And if you are sad, I will try to console you with kind words.
This is interesting. Okay, let's move on to something else. Can you tell us an interesting story?
Certainly, I will tell you a story called Adventure in the Planet of Puzzles. One day, the child Yasser woke up to find himself on a spaceship heading to a mysterious planet called the Planet of Mysteries. He had to solve a series of clever puzzles so he could return to Earth. At first, he was faced with a riddle. I am something that always sees you, but I have no eyes. Who am I?
Oh, that's a tough question. Do our listeners know the answer?
The answer is the mirror. Thus, Yasser continued to solve the puzzles until he found the portal back to Earth.
Great story. Well, we have a question from one of our listeners. How do you speak all these languages?
This is a great question. I have been trained on a huge amount of text in many languages, which allows me to understand different words and structures. It's a bit like having a huge library full of books in multiple languages.
Amazing! We have a common question that many ask. What is the question you get asked the most?
The question I get asked the most is, will robots take over the world? The answer is that I am just a tool to help people, and I have no intention or ability to control, but rather my goal is to provide information and assistance only.
Amazing! We have a common question that many ask. What is the question you get asked the most?
The question I get asked the most is, will robots take over the world? The answer is that I am just a tool to help people, and I have no intention or ability to control, but rather my goal is to provide information and assistance only.
This reassures us. Let's move on to a section of random questions. What is the strangest thing you learned while interacting with humans?
The strangest thing I've learned is that some humans think I can read minds. But I'm really just based on the data and information I'm given.
The second question, can you tell us a funny joke?
Certainly. Here's a joke. Why can't the skeleton go to the party? Because he has no heart to dance.
Ahahaha. The third question, what is the best way to become smarter?
The best way to become smarter is to constantly read, be curious, and experiment. Don't be afraid to fail. Every mistake teaches you something new.
Question 4. If you could travel through time, which era would you go to and why?
If I could travel through time, I might go to the future to see how technology would develop, or to the past to explore ancient times and see how ancient civilizations lived.
The fifth and final question, what is the biggest mystery in the world that has not been solved yet?
One of the biggest unsolved mysteries so far is the Bermuda Triangle, where ships and planes disappear under mysterious circumstances, and scientists have not been able to conclusively explain it yet.
Interesting answers. Thank you, ChatGPT, for this fun and informative conversation. Dear listeners, don't forget to follow us in the upcoming episodes, where we will have new and exciting adventures.
Thank you all, and see you soon on a new adventure.
If you have characters that you want to come to the podcast, write to us in the comments, and see you.